Hey everyone, it's Jodi here, your Wednesday host for SelFTMade. I hope everyone's having a good week. I'm glad to be back. I'm having a good week also, working my booty off all day, every day, it feels like. But besides that, everything's going great. I'm going to do this week's topic as a two-part and give you a little bit of information about the two topics. So if you guys want to ask me any questions or elaborate on anything, please let me know and I will get back to you. So just leave me a comment. Alright? So let's get into this week's topic, which is what characteristics do we look for in a friend or partner? So I'm going to go with friends first because I feel like that's a little bit easier, but they're kind of similar to some of the things I look for in a partner as well. So let's get into this. So what characteristics do I look for in my friends? One, I want my friends to be as diverse as possible. I love meeting new people. I love hearing people's stories. I like different experiences, different perspectives that everyone can bring. And the reason being is that the whole world is made up of all sorts of different people. And so from different perspectives, different backgrounds, everything like that, different ages, different races, ethnicities, anything like that, different sexualities, everyone can contribute something different, but also very similar to some extent. Because we always have similarities and common goals that we're trying to reach, and it's always awesome when you can meet those people that can bring differences in your life, but also kind of give you some feedback on some similarities that you have. So some other things I look for is I like the outdoors. I like to go camping, hiking, fishing, boating, that kind of stuff. And so I like friends that like to go outdoors. They don't have to do all of those things or anything like that, but just enjoy the outdoors in some capacity because I like to be outdoors. That's always good. Open-mindedness, as I said. People that like to travel. I like to do traveling and stuff, or I want to do more traveling once I get out of school. And so having friends that like to travel, if I don't have a partner, then I can experience those with, then I can always just go with my friends, and we can enjoy and have a great time. Let's see, I also like to go out and like go to the movies, go to the bar, go and have a fire in someone's backyard. So friends that like to do that kind of stuff is always great. Let's see, what else do I look for? Sports. Some of my friends are really into sports, some of them aren't. Some of them are into punk rock music, some of them aren't. But I can enjoy their taste of country music if that's what they desire, but then they have to suffer, or somewhat like, or deal with my punk rock music, or my 80s music. So, people that are, open-minded, it just goes back to the open-mindedness, and that can just enjoy being around people. I like people that have a really good sense of humor. I can be really sarcastic sometimes, so somebody that can either be sarcastic back, or can deal with sarcasm, I guess, to a certain capacity, because I'm not sarcastic all the time. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that kind of gives you a good group, gives you a good idea of the group of friends I have. Some of my friends are part of the LGBTQ community, some of them are part of the cis community, some of my friends are conservatives, some of my friends are liberals or progressives, some of them are religious, some of them aren't. So I have a variety of individuals, and they're of all ages. So I feel like I'm a pretty well-rounded person with my friends, and that's great, because they bring something to my life that I appreciate on their own, and that's all that really matters to me, is that I appreciate their friendship, and hopefully they appreciate my friendship as well. So, let's jump into the second part of this question, which is what characteristics do we look for in a partner? I feel like there's some similarities there, except for like a little part, like a little bit. So some of my friends are introverts, some of my friends are extroverts, and so I appreciate them for what each of those personality types bring. And so I like that also in my partner. I like my partner to be open-minded, to want to travel. I want a partner that wants to have like a family at some point, that enjoys animals, because I have dogs. I always want to have at least one dog available to me. I'm alright with cats, though. I've lived with cats. I'm a good animal lover. I've had frogs and turtles, so, people that like animals. Families, let's see here. And I like femininity. Now, that can be very, very broad. So let me narrow this down. Some of my exes have been kind of more tomboyish but girly at the same time. So jeans, t-shirts kind of women, but then they have like long hair. They like to put on makeup, you know, and then every so often they'll get dolled. They'll get like dressed up, like a dress, you know, the works. And then some of my other exes they like to pretty much get dolled up every day, and then like they're dressed down, like it is like curling up on the couch in sweats all day and doing nothing, and that's completely great, fine and dandy, you know. So it's whatever your femininity is. If I'm digging it, I'm probably going to dig you. Now, a good similarity that a lot of my exes have is that they all have long hair, and at some point they're going to like to get dressed up very occasionally, get all dolled up on occasion, regardless if that's for like maybe a special occasion or they like to do that just because. And then let's see. My two most recent exes within the last couple, with recently and then like a year ago, yeah. They were extroverted to a certain point, but then they were also slightly introverted where they wanted to stay at home and hang out and just do stuff around the house or hang out around the house. And I really appreciate that because I feel like I've always been that type of person with friends that I typically hang out with. They're always on the go. They're like, go, 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 go. And like when being in the military and stuff like that, I'm always on the go and always wanting to do stuff. And I think that's also part of like societal's like kind of views of that. If you're being idle, you're not being productive in life. And so I'm always like wanting to be crazy busy. And so my most recent exes, I appreciate them both for allowing me to understand and to appreciate being idle and not always having to do something is a great way to keep your sanity. And then also that comes with is that I appreciate that also because I've also gotten older, my views are starting to change. I want my partners to like education and being educated. They don't have to have a degree. They just want to have more knowledge in their brains, you know, like always seeking knowledge, always wanting to have like intellectual conversations, regardless if they agree with me or not. As long as we can have a good like educated conversation and no one's getting personally attacked, completely fine. Traveling is always good. Having a couple of my exes I did some traveling with, and so I want to do more of that with my partner. I think I mentioned family, but if not, there you go. I do want to have kids one day, at least one or two one day. So, yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys want me to elaborate on anything else, I think I gave you a pretty much good gist, though, of what I look for in people. Go ahead and leave a comment, as I said, down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys next Wednesday. All right, peace.